Welcome back to Coin Collector's World, the place where small coins reveal big secrets and everyday change can turn into hidden treasure. Today we are diving into the story of a coin that looks so ordinary at first glance, yet has the power to surprise collectors across the globe. It is the 1984 United States 1-cent penny without a mint mark, a coin that transformed from a simple cent into a prize worth a fortune. Every penny tells a story. The Lincoln cent is one of the most familiar coins in the world. It has been in our pockets, in our wallets, and in our jars of spare change for generations. First issued in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, it replaced the old Indian head cent and became the first United States coin to feature a real person. Since then, the Lincoln penny has been struck in the billions, making it the longest-running coin design in American history. The obverse, or front side, shows the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, VDB, can be found at the bottom of the shoulder on later issues. The reverse, in 1984, displayed the famous Lincoln Memorial, a monument that represents freedom and leadership. Millions of these coins were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, each carrying a tiny mint mark to show where it was made. But here is where the story gets interesting. In 1984, among the countless pennies produced, a tiny number were struck without that mint mark. To the untrained eye, nothing seems unusual. The coin looks just like every other cent. But to a coin collector, the absence of a mint mark changes everything. Suddenly this is no longer just an ordinary penny. It becomes a rare variety, a piece of history that slipped through the cracks of the minting process, and a discovery that collectors dream about. Why is the missing mint mark so important? Because mint marks are the identity of a coin. They tell us where the coin was made, and in the world of numismatics, those tiny letters can make the difference between a common coin and one worth thousands. When a coin has no mint mark where it should have one, it becomes a mysterious outlier. For collectors, that rarity is pure gold. Imagine the thrill of searching through a handful of old pennies and spotting something unusual. You turn it under the light, look closer, and notice that something is missing. Your pulse quickens, and you realize you may be holding one of the rarest pennies of its kind. That is the magic of coin collecting, the hunt, the discovery, and the possibility of finding a hidden gem where no one else thought to look. The 1984 1-cent penny without a mint mark is exactly that kind of treasure. Many people might still have one lying forgotten in their change jars, inside a box of old coins, or hidden in collections passed down through families. The beauty of this hobby is that extraordinary finds are still out there, waiting to be discovered. Collectors know that condition is everything. A coin that is scratched, worn, or damaged may still hold some value, but when a coin is in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, its price can soar. This is why professional grading has become such an important part of the coin market. Coins are carefully examined, given a grade, and certified, making them even more desirable to collectors who want only the best. Over the years, rare coins like this 1984 penny without a mint mark have stunned the collecting world with their prices. Auctions have seen these coins climb higher and higher, as passionate collectors compete to own a piece of numismatic history. The missing mint mark has turned this small copper-colored coin into one of the most sought-after modern varieties. Now we come to the part that everyone waits for, the question that makes eyes widen and imaginations race. How much is this coin really worth? Could something that began its life as a simple 1-cent coin be valuable enough to change your life? The answer is yes. A genuine 1984 United States 1-cent penny without a mint mark, in the right condition, has been valued at an astonishing $45,000. Today's story might just make you look at every penny in your wallet with brand new eyes. We are diving into the world of the United States 1-cent coin dated 1985, with no mint mark, and exploring why this ordinary-looking penny has the power to become an extraordinary prize. Let's set the scene. The year is 1985. Ronald Reagan is president, the economy is buzzing, and millions of pennies are being struck by the United States Mint. For most Americans, these coins were just everyday currency, used to buy candy, slipped into piggy banks, or rattling around in jars on kitchen shelves. Nobody could have guessed that among those countless coins, some would one day become legendary in the eyes of collectors. The 1985 penny features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1909. This portrait is more than just art, it symbolizes leadership, sacrifice, and freedom. Flip the coin over, and you see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. If you look closely at the memorial, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside, a detail many people never notice. To the untrained eye, this penny is simply 1 cent. But for a coin collector, this is a world of discovery. Now, here's where things get interesting. Most people know that coins often carry a mint mark, those tiny letters like D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But Philadelphia, during this era, often produced coins without any mint mark at all. So, when you see a 1985 penny with no mint mark, that's not an error, it's actually a product of the Philadelphia Mint. However, not all coins are created equal. What truly sets certain 1985 pennies apart is their condition. Think about it. Millions of these coins entered circulation, tossed from hand to hand, scraped across counters, or left to rust in drawers. These everyday coins lost their original shine, collected scratches, and wore down over time. But imagine a coin that somehow survived untouched. A coin that escaped daily use. A coin with flawless surfaces, sharp details, and glowing copper brilliance. That's the type of coin collectors dream about. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC examine coins under powerful magnification. They grade them on a scale, with the very finest examples receiving designations like Mint State 67, 68, or even higher. The closer a coin gets to perfection, the more collectors are willing to pay. For the 1985 penny with no mint mark, coins in average circulated condition are worth only face value. But when you find one of those rare pristine survivors, the story changes dramatically. Picture this: a collector walking into an auction house with one of these nearly flawless 1985 pennies. The room fills with anticipation as bidders recognize what's in front of them. Numbers climb higher and higher as determined collectors fight for the chance to own a piece of history. The gavel finally falls, and what once was just a humble penny is now a treasure worth more than most people ever imagined. And here lies the beauty of coin collecting: it transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. It teaches us to see value in the smallest things, to respect history hidden in plain sight, and to realize that fortune can be found where we least expect it. So the next time you come across a 1985 penny with no mint mark, take a closer look. It may look like a coin you could easily overlook, but who knows? You might be holding a fortune in your hand. Because in the world of rare coins, condition is everything, and the tiniest details can mean the difference between pocket change and life-changing money. And now for the part you've been waiting for, the record value. The highest known sale of a 1985 Lincoln cent with no mint mark in top condition stunned the collecting world, reaching an astonishing price of $42,000. Picture this for a moment. You are digging through an old jar of coins, maybe looking for some spare change for the laundry, maybe just out of curiosity. Most of the coins you pull out are ordinary, the kind of pennies and nickels that have been sitting forgotten for years. But then, hidden in that pile, there is one coin that looks no different from the rest. A 1987 penny. A coin that almost everyone would overlook. Yet what if I told you that same little piece of copper could be worth a fortune? The penny has always been one of the most common coins in American pockets. Billions of them circulate, used and discarded, without anyone giving them much thought. But for coin collectors, not all pennies are created equal. Some have hidden features, unusual markings, or in this case, a missing detail that makes all the difference. That is the story of the 1987 United States 1-cent penny with no mint mark. Now, let's dive into why this small coin has captured so much attention. Normally, every penny carries a small letter underneath the date. This letter is called a mint mark, and it tells you where the coin was made. A D means Denver, an S means San Francisco, and when you see no mint mark, it typically means the coin came from Philadelphia. But in 1987, certain pennies without a mint mark turned out to be far more special than anyone realized. At first glance, a missing mint mark may not seem like much. It's such a tiny detail, something most people would never notice. But that is exactly what makes this coin a hidden gem. The US Mint is known for its precision. Coins are supposed to be perfect, identical, and ready for mass circulation. But when even the smallest error slips through, it creates something that collectors chase after like buried treasure. So why do collectors care so much about this 1-cent coin? It comes down to rarity. Out of billions of pennies struck in 1987, very few ended up with this unique trait. When something is both hard to find and in demand, its value climbs higher and higher. Every collector dreams of stumbling upon one of these coins, because it means holding a piece of history that most people will never see. Think about it like this. For decades, millions of people carried these pennies in their pockets, spent them on candy, tossed them in piggy banks, and let them collect dust in jars. All the while, a rare few of these coins were hiding in plain sight. It's almost like a secret waiting for the right person to discover it. And that secret is what makes the 1987 no mint mark penny so fascinating. Now imagine being the person who finds one. You are standing at a counter, paying for something small, and as you check your change, you spot a penny that looks a little different. You see the year 1987, you look underneath for the mint mark, and it's missing. At first you think nothing of it. But later, after doing some research, you realize you might be holding a coin worth more than you ever imagined. This is what makes coin collecting so exciting. It's not just about shiny old coins locked away in cases. It's about the thrill of discovery, the chance that something ordinary could be extraordinary. The 1987 penny with no mint mark is living proof of that idea, and now for the part you have been waiting for. How much could this coin really be worth today? We are not talking about $1, not 10, not even 1,000. When found in the right condition and recognized for its rarity, the value of this coin has been reported to reach as high as $40,000. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and share it with your friends so they can also discover how pocket change can sometimes turn into a treasure.